Pisces, welcome. Thank you for tapping on this video and choosing to watch it. I appreciate it. This is Born Without Boundaries Tarot. Welcome to my tarot table. My name is Michelle. For those of you who don't know me yet, I do weekly tarot card readings for each zodiac sign. So remember to subscribe to the channel if you really like this message so you get the messages every week. This message is for Pisces, Sun, Moon, and Rising sign. I'm also going to do a Pisces astrology prediction for this week. But the message comes to you when it's supposed to come to you. I don't care if it comes to you a year later. We receive the energy when we're ready to receive it. So this message is coming to you at the right time. You're seeing it when you need to see it. And however it resonates, I'm going to describe the energy to you. You take it and you apply it to however it resonates in your life because it's your reading. And please be sure to leave the comments below because I love to know how this energy is playing out for you guys. I always create an extended reading that I hope that you'll enjoy and join me for. The link is down below in the description box. I'll pin it to the top of the comment section, and I also attach it in a link toward the end of the video, so you can just click on it and go right there. Let's get into the cards. Pisces, this is a challenging week, I'm not even gonna lie. There's a lot of stress around Jupiter and Neptune right now, and they're both in Pisces, so they're both in your first house. Your ruling dignitaries are both in your first house, and they're both square to all the inner planets, right? Neptune is still square at the beginning of the week to Mars, which is in retrograde. During this full moon, it's still square to Mars. Full moon that's coming up, that's going to be today, Wednesday, December 7th. Extraordinarily emotional. It's like you're at odds with yourself. Plus Neptune is going to be square to the sun almost all frickin' week. The sun represents the self. Neptune is your ruling dignitary in the first house. What does this mean? It's like you're at odds with yourself and you're also losing vitality. Because you're at odds with yourself, it's taking a toll. You could easily get sick this week. I don't mean like deathly sick, but I mean it is cold and flu season if you're in the States. Watch out. This is a time when you really want to do nice, like take care of yourself, because you will have that vitality kind of sucked out of you. The fact that Neptune is also square to Mars in retrograde. Mars in retrograde is already vitality that's not on full charge, and since it's square to it, it's like things are draining you. It's just draining you. Jupiter also has a challenging aspect because it's semi-square to Uranus, which means there's aspects of you that feel like you're being forced into doing things. You're being forced to make changes or go places or do things that you don't want to do. Lordy, especially in the beginning of this week, it's quite the kerfuffle, okay? It's challenging. Is it going to kill you? No, it's not going to kill you, but it's going to frustrate you. It could make you stick. It will wear you down, especially internally, because this has a lot to do with the full moon, Neptune. The full moon is conjunct Mars in retrograde, which is going to be square to Neptune. So there's a sense of this really emotional moon where people like spew shit and say what they needed to say, or information comes up that could be really emotional. Well, that's all square to Neptune. So yeah, you're going to find some major challenges that are going to be happening to you right now. Here's the good news, and this is really good news, is that this is sort of really the universe kicking us in our ass to move us in the direction that we need to go. So any challenges that you face or shit that you got to do that you don't want to do this week is all because you need to be redirected. And literally the universe is saving your ass. Saving your ass by kicking your ass into the right direction. And that's what this entire week is designed for. Because the only planet that's doing well is Saturn. And Saturn likes to give a good ass kicking. He's like the drill sergeant of the zodiac, tough love. So this week is all about tough love. And so, yeah, you know what? Maybe you slipped too far into your comfort zone. Or a lot of times we think we're doing the right thing and we weren't. And so to change our minds because we're intent on doing good when we're not doing something good. So it's not necessarily immoral or a moral issue. It's more or less just, I wouldn't say an issue at all. It's not moral. It's not. It's just we saw something, we saw a direction, we were on it, and it wasn't right. It wasn't the right path. And now we're getting kicked onto a new one. It's going to feel like it's wrong. It's not. It's right. So really, you're gonna have to have faith. A really positive energy that's been impacting you for quite some time is that beautiful sextile between Pluto and Jupiter, and it'll make you ruthless in your faith. It'll make you feel faith so much, and so that's going to tether you. That's going to give you a sense of solidness. It's going to make this week something you can handle. Manageable. It's going to make this week manageable. Faith, because yes, please trust in the universe right now. It is actually working in your favor. So I have some cards on the table. I am sure you want to see them. Oh, lordy. Here we are. Over here, believe in yourself. Planting seeds and working hard on something. Also trying to take care of yourself. Maybe be healthier, start a healthier way of living. Trying to cultivate or nurture your own personal vitality or take care of your body. You were planting those seeds. I'll tell you right now, there will be challenges. Like if you started a diet and then here comes holiday season. It's kind of like that. If follow the metaphor, a sense of something that you tried to put into play to make yourself healthier or make your life healthy is going to be really challenged by all this bullshit this week. And then, Pisces, we have slow and steady wins the race. And we have truth transcends illusion. And we have think on your feet. And I swear to God, all of you have gotten these cards this week so far. Kind of weird, but I just, like I said, it's happening to all of us. It's not just you, but it will be particularly emotional for you and particularly challenging because you're kind of under the gun. Both Jupiter and Neptune are in Pisces, and they're the ones square to almost everything on the board right now. So it's kind of like, yeah, the major challenges are going to be coming from illusions. Like, what did we dream? What did we want? What did we envision? And were those things even close to something we could make real? Or how do we make them real? Or how do we wake the fuck up and get real? That kind of energy. We have slow and steady wins the race, or something you're trying to manifest into reality. You're getting a lot of hiccups. Could be because there's a square. I think it's between, no, in the beginning of the week, it's Neptune and Neptune and Venus. So it could be just you thought you had more money than you did, You thought your pocketbook was healthier than it was. Maybe you thought something was beautiful that really wasn't, and you're starting to learn different aspects about it. It's going to be challenging. Slow and steady wins the race is Turtle, so go slow. Take things slow. Please do not feel rushed. In fact, this is a secret to your success this week. I told you that Saturn was the only thing that was really in a strong position, and Saturn likes to move slow. So even if it's not energy directly impacting you, let it teach you, let it inform you, and like learn from it, mimic it. Slow and steady wins the race. You want to get there in one piece. You don't have to rush. This is actually a really good kind of message for you right now is don't rush, Pisces. You do not have to rush. In fact, you will only make yourself sick if you try to rush this week, because there's no way with the astrology that you will be able to rush anything this week. It won't happen. True, or you will feel like you're being pushed into situations that you're being rushed into, and you just want to slow down. Truth transcends illusion is also integrity over marketability, integrity over popularity. This sense of what is real and what is fake. And I think as you slow down and as you stop, it's almost like getting realistic expectations. It's like finally being able to have realistic expectations. And even though initially you may feel disappointed in yourself, like I should have been able to achieve that. No, you never should have. You were never going to be able to get there in the time frame that you wanted to get there, or do what you wanted to do right now. This is a sense of you have to slow down, and it's going to take more time, and that might be really frustrating to you, but it doesn't mean it's over. It's just going to ask you to, dig in your heels and have faith, because when you really have faith, you don't have to rush anything. you'll know that it's all in divine timing and that you just have to go at the pace that you have to go. Think on your feet means that you will have to improvise. This doesn't mean fast. It means that things are going to come at you that feel like curveballs. They're going to, like, things, unexpected obligations, unexpected visitors, unexpected messengers, messages, unexpected insights or conversations. Yeah, it's going to be delightful if you let yourself enjoy it. It's like things are going to slow down. It's almost like saying let yourself get distracted from whatever breakneck pace you've been on and let yourself live in the moment right here, right now. This could also be word that's coming out about a Sagittarius in your life, or somebody finally coming around that surprises you, finally coming around to recognize and realize your worth and value. Let's get to them moon cards, because especially with a full moon, we've got to know what the moon is up to. Don't you want to know? I definitely want to know. Your dreams need a practical plan. Dude, I feel it too. I'm like channeling your energy. I can't help but channel Piscean energy. I think that's why it's so hard sometimes for me to do a reading for you, because I become you. There's not that objectivity here. We have your dreams need a practical plan, full moon in Taurus. What does that mean? It means slow the fuck down. It also means that everything that you want is absolutely possible, but you need to slow it down to actually translate it into how you're going to build it into reality. So this is sort of you, the time, and the things that are going to happen to you now are going to set you up to build that bridge, or help you build that bridge between what you fantasized and what you can really live with, okay? And then we have also a sense of check your pocketbook, especially with Neptune square Venus. Check your pocketbook and that you're not overspending, because guess what? You are. You are. And a lot of times we do that. We spend too much because we're overcompensating, because we're not patient and we want to rush something, or we don't want to look at the pluses and minus signs in our banking account. Please check that. And then we have a win-win outcome as forecast, full moon in Libra. So this is a sense of you can balance this out, and it could be through partnership that you are enabled to balance things out, or that equal partnership, somebody will basically help you with these things if you allow them to help you. I think the most challenging thing right now for you, since Neptune is square Mars, is you finding the words to ask for help. That's going to be the most that's going to be the most challenging thing. And ultimately, maybe that just means sitting back and taking a few seconds to gather your thoughts. A win-win outcome is forecast. It says that you will be able to, it says balance out your checkbook. That's what it says. I'm just going to say it. I'm just going to say it. So we have the moon. That's you. Oh, that is you. That is you, that is you, that is you. The moon. And then we have the Queen of Wands. What is going on between you and a fire sign? Could be Sagittarius. Sagittarius, Leo, Aries. If it is, there's tension between the two of you. But ultimately, there's a sense of this tension is going to actually help you, and actually the tension is going to bring you back into balance with each other. It seems that things had gotten out of balance, and this is the exact kind of tension that you need to bring them back into balance. This is also showing up somebody who is spectacularly beautiful and attractive. It could be you taking on the spotlight, or being in the spotlight, or having fun and being more playful and not taking things so seriously could be suggested this week, but it will be challenging. But this is some sort of something that's happening. First of all, it's creative energy. Oh my God, this is creative energy. This is going to be, it's almost like God is personally putting you through the ringer to inspire you, to make you inspired, to make you pump out something really creative and make your mind work. And without this pressure, you wouldn't explode the creative spooge that God needs you to create. So That's what's happening. You're being put in the pressure cooker so that you will intentionally pop rainbows. Like pop all over. It's like what comes out of this week is going to be intensely creative and vital. A lot of vitality. Also possibly a lot of attraction. But is good times ahead is what I'm saying if you continue to look forward, not backward. So, who is this Queen of Wands? Because we know who the Moon card is. Have you secretly been lusting? Or no, this is 10 of Pentacles. So somebody with money or a family member or the sense of taking action and purchasing something, making a big ticket purchase. But it's kind of like, okay, how are you going to do that? How are you going to go about doing it? 9 of Cups is saying that there's something really beautiful that's coming through. But it has to do with this Wands, this Queen of Wands. Lots of money and lots of abundance. It's like they're everything that you've ever wanted. And the Lovers is here. Oh, damn. Oh, damn. The Lovers is here, Pisces. What are you up to? Maybe so you're planning something for your lover, or you're creating something with your lover. The two of you are making practical plans or building something together. And this is why there's tension between the two of you. You're fighting over it, but at the same time, the two of you fighting over it is going to make it even better. It's going to make it something that's interesting and wonderful and to be something that the both of you love. But these are 3 of the happiest cards in the deck. You have the 9 of Cups, the 10 of Pentacles, and the Lovers, all with this Queen of Wands. So this is a sense of just beautiful stuff popping off. Beautiful stuff, perhaps a relationship with a Wands, or that the parts of you that you've hidden. It's saying it's a good time to show them. It's a good time to reveal them. God wants you to reveal them. In a way, you may feel like you want to be a shrinking flower this week and not deal with anything or anyone. But I think you're going to be motivated to come out of your shell for something so good you can't refuse it. And it's got to do with this Gemini energy, something that you've wished for with a great deal of abundance, or you've attached a great deal of importance to it. But I do feel like you're planning something. I don't know. Let's see. Let's see, Pisces. What is Pisces planning? 8 of Cups is walking away from shit that you can't handle, or that it's almost like the stuff that doesn't serve you anymore, you're willing to walk away from it because something so good has happened. It becomes clear that you've tolerated other bullshit for way too long. And we have the Knight of Cups, which is this offer. An offer from somebody, an offer of love. An offer of love on the table, or an offer that you've dreamed of is coming to you. And there's a sense of now you get to walk away from the shit that you didn't like or that you didn't want. It's almost like don't settle. Can I say that? That's definitely the message that's coming through, because if you settle, this messenger of, it's like have faith. Knight of Cups is have faith, because it's like Galahad. Knight of Cups means have faith. Have faith and don't settle, because your dreams are going to be great. Walk away from what doesn't fulfill you. Leave it behind. It's almost like, I don't want to do any more work. I'm sick and tired of doing any more work. Maybe you're having arguments with somebody about doing so much, or one person feels like they're doing so much more than the other, in which case this is what you're going to fight and argue about and shout about. I don't think it's going to bring you farther away. I think it's going to bring you closer. What else could this scenario be? We know we have the Page of Cups. It's all about love. This is all about love and a relationship and wanting to be shown love and seen love and really being stuck on somebody and almost addicted to them because the fucking devil just came out. Maybe you're offering somebody support if they have an addiction or they have some bad behavior. I just think this is attachment. Like deep, passionate, almost obsessive attachment or commitment. Signing. Oh, you guys are arguing about commitment and how that commitment is going to look. And that's what's stirring up all these emotions, especially these very emotional conversations that you're going to have today, tomorrow. I'm not kidding. And I think it's because of, well, how are we going to do this commitment? Maybe even somebody threatened to be like, fuck it, I'm out of here. I'm not discussing this. I don't want to deal with this anymore. But the truth is, they don't mean it. They don't really want to leave. Nobody really wants to leave. They love this too much. They love you too much. You love them too much. They don't really want to leave, but this is all kinds of dramatic. The devil is here. Somebody is hooked on somebody, and it's public. It's been made evident. And Six of Wands is victory and success. Victory and success, so signing a contract. So you will be able to come to a conclusion if you're signing a contract or setting up an agreement with somebody. You will be able to reach something that is mutually beneficial on both sides, but it's going to drain you, and you're going to have to go through a lot of negotiations because ultimately you don't want to settle, but they don't want to settle either. And so you might have to be extremely creative and look for alternative routes, as in maybe it's not just this way or that way, you blaze a third trail together. It's like if none of the selections serve you or none of the selections fit your situation, then you got to invent something that does. And so that's where your heightened creativity is really going to help you and be productive this week. Let's go to the extended to see how all of this plays out in specific areas of your life. And you know what? If you want to join me for a daily tarot card reading and weekly astrology forecast, I have a second YouTube channel called Astrology Motivation, and I hope you will join me over there every week. I love you guys, and I will see you in the extended.